Hey, it is Tuesday, February 10th. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I have anything pre-recorded for this video, and I feel like that hasn't happened in a long time. Ever since I started going on walks so regularly, to be honest with you, like at least at some point on one of my walks during the week, I always bring a camera to record the walk or my thoughts or the nature or just something. And so, yeah, I got to this Tuesday and I was like, wow, I don't have anything. Also, I don't know what to do about the lighting when I record at this time because, like, I have my light on, I have my lamp on, and it still looks super shadowy. In fact, I'm going like blue and red. Like it's giving Halsey, which is fitting because I think Colors was released as a single or something. Like I saw a post and it was like on this date or something. Colors. So that'd be fitting if true. Yeah. Colors was released on February 9th, 2016, so 10 years of Colors to the day, and to my eye at least. Oh no, wait, low-key that helped. I pulled up my constitutional law notes. But, like, the blue, you were rad, you liked me because I was blue. Like, it's giving Halsey, it's giving bluesy. Curious to see how it shows up on the computer because every time I record on here like this, it is never quite the same. So, for today's video, I am going to go through, for today's video, let me organize. Okay, so for today's video, why is this one here doing that? So, what is going, okay. So for today's video, I think I'm gonna paint my nails. I have 5 different colors. I have red, and I have hot pink, and I have like a bright pink. This is more fuchsia, intense. This is more just like a tulipy color, just something bright and springy. This is kind of like a muted tannish pink, like really it's like giving matte pink, and this is super light and dainty. So I'm gonna paint my nails. Obviously we have and of course glitter, because we always have to have glitter. When I worked at Reflex, a bunch of the kids, they liked my nails and they were like, how do you always get your nails to look so pretty? And I was like, you guys, you just get a good glitter. You have to have glitter. But so anyway, I think while I do this video, because I don't really feel like I have anything to talk about. Can't do Valentine's Day theme without red. It like completes the gradient. Come on. Ah, there we go. But yeah. So I don't really feel like I have anything in particular to talk about right now because I don't like really want to go over my con law notes or something. It's boring. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through my study playlist of instrumentals. I know this is gonna be really boring to everybody except me, but I'm gonna go through my study playlist of instrumentals, and I have a bunch of scores and soundtracks on there, and I'm gonna say how good I think of a study soundtrack they are. I'm not going to rank them with numbers because I don't like ranking things with numbers. It stresses me out because then I start to question, did I rank the other one too high or too low or whatever, and it's stressful and I don't like it. So let me scroll down to when I started adding more soundtracks. The first full soundtrack that I thought to add was Kill Your Darlings. That's embarrassing. February 15th, 2021. What was going on? What made me do this? Trying to think, what nail should be red? I'm gonna do my thumb because I don't want this super light pink to be my thumb because it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite one. So anyway, the first soundtrack I added was Kill Your Darlings. I don't know what happened there. It's a good soundtrack to study to. Some of it's a bit too intense because, you know, like the death and stuff. Anyway, next, Love, Simon. 10 out of 10, no notes. Good study soundtrack. I'm doing a lot of scrolling and not a lot of painting my nails. We're in my emo era where I was like, not Panic, I always have Panic piano covers, but Fall Out Boy and MCR piano covers. San Junipero. San Junipero is a good study soundtrack. I really like studying to San Junipero, I can't lie. It's just, ooh, this red is, it's giving blood. It's giving vampire blood. Brie, you would like this. Like, it's red. San Junipero, it just has a very, it feels very faded, like behind a veil, kind of staticky, but in a peaceful way. It's like the static has been embossed or like glossed over, and so you can't feel the static, but it's like calming it. It's very pretty. And then next, of course, Luca. We have Luca. Luca is one of the best soundtracks in the whole wide world. Sometimes when I'm studying, if I'm sad, or if I just want to be super cheery, I just put on Luca. Like if I want to watch Luca, but I know I don't have time to watch Luca, I'll put on the Luca soundtrack to study. I love studying to the Luca soundtrack. The Luca soundtrack is special because when I sort through soundtracks, I'll listen to the whole score first, and if there's any songs that are too distracting and it like makes me look up from what I'm studying because the sounds are too abrupt or there's lyrics or whatever, I remove it from the study playlist. I take it out. So Luca's an oddity in the sense that I haven't taken any out. Even though there are some songs that are quite loud and they have big, you know, orchestral builds and everything, but it's Luca. Like, I know what happens in that part of the movie, and so it's okay. And it doesn't distract me. I'm just like, oh, yep, that's Luca. This is when this happens. And I mean, it makes sense because I know that movie so well. I've watched it probably more than any besides Prisoner of Azkaban and Aladdin. But yeah, so Luca is a very, very special movie, but also score. It's so pretty and floaty too. I love it. Next we have the Heartstopper soundtrack and score. Some of them are good, and then some of them are too like I feel like I'm being poked in the arm. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. Just very textural and kind of jabby. And so some of them are like light and ambient, and then others I feel like I'm being poked, and I don't like it. We're back in our Panic at the Disco piano era. Scrolling past that. I have painted my nails, by the way, in the process. I'm in my violin covers era for our Taylor Swift at this point. Those, I have to delete quite a bit of those. Some of them, I added like basically so many Taylor Swift violin covers, and I love so many of them, but the issue is sometimes I get through them, and some of them are so loud. Like, what did I have to remove recently? Paper Rings. Because like if I just listen to it on shuffle, it'll come on randomly. Like Paper Rings violin, it was so loud. It was really loud. I was like, okay, turn it off. Little Women. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't listen to that one a whole bunch because I actually don't know if I listened to the Little Women score in full before adding. To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't think I actually listened to the I don't think I actually listened to the Little Women score in full before adding it on there. I don't think I did, but when it comes on shuffle, I'm always like, oh, this is so pretty. It is a very, very pretty score. Next, we have Turtles. Oof, wait, actually first, I don't know what to do because, like, do I do both my thumbs red? Or is that weird? I don't know. I think, oh, I'm very torn. I don't know what to do. I'm thinking. I don't know. I just really don't want to do the light pink on my thumb. I don't like it that much. Oh, I like light pink, just that one is just in polish form. It's not the best polish. Oh, I'm so torn. I don't know, guys. What do you think? answer retroactively, and if I do the wrong thing, sorry. I think I'm just gonna do both thumbs red and do the same pattern. That's what I, or is there a way I can alternate it and make it, if I do that red, and then that hot pink, and then if I shift it all over, and that might be nice if I shift it all over. If I shift it all over one, that means light pink won't be. I think that'd be fine. I think I'll shift it over one. Can I do that without messing everything up? I think so. I think if I really focus, I can do it. That way we have some, wait, what will be my thumb then if I shift everything over one? Actually, no, because then that's gonna, no, that's fine. I'm just gonna do my thumb red. It's fine. We'll just do the same on each hand. So, the next one is Turtles. Best movie ever. Gorgeous score. However, I have had to remove several of, well, I don't know if it's that many, but there's some that they cast such visceral images from the movie that just like it'll come on and it just makes my skin crawl because of what happens while that score is playing. And I'm like, I not only can I not study to this, but I also do not ever want to think about this if I'm not watching the movie. So removed. But the ones that are on there that I listen to, very pretty, again, very just like ambient, and is it ambient? It's ambient. Ambiance, ambient, I don't know, whatever. It's just a very light listen, aside from when it's not, but it has some really pretty pieces. Like I mean, obviously we're here because, obviously, I listen to that one a lot. I fall asleep to that piece a lot. But like, then there's like the flip side of that, and there's some other pieces of this, like some of the last ones. All you can be in is love, and love is how you become real. Professor Abbott, maybe you're infinite. Like, I'm just nobody's. Well, Brie, you've seen Turtles, so you know. You've seen Turtles, but I mean, you don't know the score by heart, so it's still kind of silly. Not silly, but it's still kind of, you're not gonna know what I'm saying, but it's fine. But my point is, there's a flip side of that, and I listened to some parts of the score, and it just, the music makes me feel so unbelievably happy and just radiant and fulfilled. Like, it's so good. I think that they did such a wonderful job capturing how so many of the moments in that movie feel. Turtles All the Way Down, best movie ever. I love you. I love you, I love you. Oh, the Dickinson. The Dickinson score. Also very good. I didn't add that somehow. I did not. I think it's because at UCF, when I would study, the only time that I would really use my playlist, my study playlist like this, it's called Lightning, because, oh my gosh, I've always wanted to explain my playlist, and like if I were a celebrity on a talk show, like explain my playlist and my playlist meanings and everything. Like, because if you're on a talk show, everyone cares 100% what you're saying. But now is my moment. So, on my study playlist is called Lightning, and it's because music, to me, when I listen to music, the main focus is the lyrics. And that's the thing that I'm always drawn to first, and then like the production and the sound is secondary. It's not what I hear the most of. And so the playlist is called Lightning because when there's a storm, you hear the thunder, and so I usually hear the lyrics, and then the lightning is what you see, and you can't really hear, usually you can't hear lightning. And so this playlist is like, it's called Lightning because it's just scores, and so it's scores or just like instrumental it's scores or instrumentals or like lava lamp floaty things that I've found. And so it's like the quiet, for me, it's like the quiet part out loud, because it's the background, it's the lightning. I don't typically always focus on just the music of everything and hear it, and so that's why it's called lightning, because it's just kind of the background. It's not the loud rumble of thunder that lyrics usually are to me. But I say that because that was a long explanation. For the reason I say that is because when I was studying at UCF, a lot of the time, if I wanted to study with music, as long as I wasn't reading something, I could just put on any music, to be honest with you, as long as it wasn't something too distracting. But like Orgo, I listened to so many different albums while doing my 10-hour long Orgo homework assignments. I went through a major Phoebe Bridgers phase while doing Orgo homework assignments. I listened to the Eras Tour while doing homework assignments. I listened to so much music while doing those like 10-hour long Orgo assignments, and it made it very enjoyable, to the point where there's still some songs that I hear, especially on my color playlist, that like they'll come on and be like, oh, this is a good Orgo song. Anyway, my point in saying all of those sidebars, I've been talking for 20 minutes. Anyway, my point in saying all of that is because, surprisingly, I did not add the Dickinson score until this fall. And I think it's because I just didn't often need, I didn't need to expand my collection of scores. But I did, and I love studying to the Dickinson score. It's so fun and good. I have had to remove quite a few, just because sometimes it does get kind of pokey, like Heartstopper in a sense, but it just, sometimes Dickinson will have kind of piercing sounds in their scores, and it's just not, we just don't need to be doing all of that. We just don't need to be doing all of that when I'm studying. But especially in season 3 of the Dickinson score, there's so many. It's like, there's so many that it's like turtles that I hear them, and it's just, it either just hits me with just such emotion, either in a devastating way or such a happy way. Like, This Tiny Bed, Hope is a Thing with the Feathers, No False Hope, like, I study to these so much that I know them by name now. Sweet Vinny, it's just like, this was a fun, like, there's just so many good ones. Frozen was another recent addition. However, I did have to take quite a bit off Frozen, because sometimes, like, the ice monsters are attacking them and stuff, and it's too much. Too much. Another major exception. Actually, this is about to time out. Can I even finish what I want to say in a minute? Another major exception is Lady and the Tramp. Lady and the Tramp, I think, is the only soundtrack, cover, lava lamp, anything on this playlist that has lyrics. Like, I have Bella Notte on there, I have some of the other ones that have a few lyrics in them, and it's just, it's Lady and the Tramp. Like, I don't know, it doesn't distract me, it just makes me so happy. However, I did have to remove, I think, 1 or 2 pieces from the end of the movie when they're like in the pound, and it's so sad. It's so sad. I was studying and I realized I was crying, and it was because the puppies were at the pound, and it made me really sad, and I had to remove the music. Honestly, I use this so much because all I do is read. Not complaining, but all I do is read, and so I need background noise that is entertaining and fulfilling, and so I've become very well versed in the music that I like, and I think Luca and Lady and the Tramp, they are definitely exceptions, because sometimes they're loud, and then in Lady and the Tramp, sometimes they have lyrics, and it doesn't bug me. So the only Harry Potter soundtrack, surprisingly, I've done in full is Half-Blood Prince. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. It was because of Wicked and Regulus. Not gonna finish that thought, but that was why, and I listened to it around Wicked when For Good came out. And it's just so atmospheric. It's a very good score. I have other Harry Potter songs on here, but the only one that I know I've done a full listen through with the purpose of seeing what's good for studying is Half-Blood Prince. It's very good. And some of it is kind of loud, but it's just so. It's kind of like San Junipero in the sense that they sound very. Some of it is very loud, but it feels like the waves are crashing down, which makes sense in the context of the end of the movie. But it just. Some of it really does feel like that. I have. Next, I have. Jump Scare. I have the Bly Manor score. I finally watched Bly Manor this year after over 5 years of wanting to and planning to. It was incredible beyond belief. I absolutely loved it. And I listened to the score and I was so surprised. Pretty much all of it is good for study because it is so, so much gorgeous piano. And I don't know, since it's horror, I mean, it's more psychologically so, not really as much in a jump scare sense, but there are some. But so I was really surprised because I thought a lot of it was going to be too eclectic for what I usually want for studying, but so much of it is just such beautiful flowy piano. It's actually become one of my recent favorites, and it's so consistent. And so like if I want to, because sometimes when I'm studying I want a lot of different sounds. Like I want the violin, I want the piano covers, I want a Luca score, I want a Taylor Swift cover, I want a weird lava lamp boingy sound. Like sometimes it's good to have that mix. It like keeps my brain going. But then other times if I really need to focus, sometimes just that consistency. I have like different YouTube videos that just like all flow with like songs together. That sounds so big. They're Harry Potter atmosphere videos. They got me through COVID studying, okay? They're so good. And they have like rain sounds. I love it. But like sometimes I just really need something consistent for my brain. And like I've found that the Bly Manor one is honestly one of the best scores for that because it's just so flowy, beautiful piano the entire time. Pretty much. There's a few exceptions and I took those off, but for the most part it's very almost tranquil, which feels like a crazy word to describe Bly Manor, but that's how it feels. Another recent addition was Sleeping Beauty after, I don't know, was it before or after? I think it was, yeah, it was after Cole and I rewatched it at Christmas time. Sleeping Beauty, to be honest with you, as gorgeous as all of the music is, I did have to take off quite a few because some of it is very loud, like very, very loud. And then other bits have random lyrics and stuff. And it's just, I do find it, as gorgeous as it is, I do find some of it very distracting. So not the best study one, but it's also just very pretty. And then, last but not least, my most recent addition was the Cars soundtrack. I did that this week. I was like, you know what? It's time for Cars. It's so good. It's so good. This is one that like, it's weird because the ones that you would think would be distracting, like when they're racing or there's like a big finale, you'd think those would be the ones I remove. No, I actually got like really locked in. Like, Lightning McQueen's racing. Like, I need to get stuff done. If he is winning the Piston Cup and I'm not, that's on me, you know? And so it's really good. But the thing that was surprising, there were just like some random ones. Like, I don't know, there's one about Bessie in Radiator Springs, and I was like, take that off. It wasn't even loud or distracting. I was like, this just sounds weird. I don't like it. Get that out of here. And so I did. But yeah. And so that went through the entirety of my Lightning playlist. My Lightning playlist is, oh, that's cute. It's 929 or 929 in Halsey World songs. And so yeah, it's very, very long. It's not all scores. It has so much. It has scores, it has Lava Lamp, it has instrumentals, like if there's an album that has an instrumental piece on it, it has that. It has instrumentals that, like when Sabrina released her Espresso things to hype it up for singles, and there's an instrumental version of Espresso that's on there. It's some random Harry Potter music. It's so much, so many Taylor Swift covers, Panic covers, MCR, Halsey, so many things, so many things. So many things. This all started because I started studying to Panic at the Disco piano covers in 2019, and it has expanded. It has expanded from there, and I really enjoy adding to it. I actually am kind of obsessed with editing it because obviously it's almost 1,000 songs long, which, I mean, in my world really isn't that long because I do have a playlist that's like, let me see actually, how long is my everything playlist? I haven't taken notice of that recently, so let's find out. Any guesses? If you have a guess about how long it is, please comment below or message me. It's nearly 7,000 songs. We're exactly 50 songs away from it being 7,000, so it's supposed to be a compilation of, the description is an attempt at putting every single song I have ever enjoyed into one playlist. And try I do. But what I was going to say about Lightning and how long it is, I really enjoy sorting it, and if I'm just really like struggling to study and I want to do something fun, I can log on to my full-time job of Spotify.com and be reading and be studying, but let the Lightning playlist play in the background, and if there's anything that distracts me, I can be like, oh, this has to go. I have to remove this from the playlist. Has to go. And then it feels like I'm having fun and playing Spotify and like making playlists and being crazy about Spotify. And that's fun. And so it's productive too, because it's like editing my study playlist because I want it to be a productive playlist. And if something's distracting on it, it has to go. So it's like a fun little mind game. So I get to still log into my job of Spotify.com full time, but still study. And it's very good for my brain. That's my life. I started this, actually that's crazy. I started this playlist in July of 2020, which means that the origin of this playlist was me needing to study for chem and my chem lab. So that makes a lot of sense, to be honest with you, because I hated chemistry. So yeah, we've come so far since then. I know I had, when was my piano one for Panic? Oh, how the piano, oh, how the piano knows. Best song ever. That one I started in 2019, and then I know I had another one before that in 2018 that was just Panic piano covers. I used to hunt for new Panic piano covers like my life depended on it. I would try to find the most niche songs, but like these cover things, they always only do like the popular hits, but like if I would find a different one in like the whole album, I'd find one that I don't have saved before, I would get so excited. It brought me such joy. So yeah, so that's my life. My nails are done. Not gonna be able to see them because it's too dark, because even though I have two lights on, I mean, I understand it's because I'm kind of backlit right now, but also I'm at my desk and there's just not really another way to paint my nails in here. Yeah. So I don't know, to all my fans and followers out there, what do you listen to when you study after just listening to me talk for 30 minutes? That's how long this recording is, which is ridiculous because it doesn't take 30 minutes to do my nails, but I just be yapping. And that's how it is. Yeah, that's my life. So anyway, oh, I thought I just messed the red one up. Anyway, see, like the light's gonna be so much better this way. Yeah, but I can't paint my nails hovering over the floor. Like, we're not gonna do that. But so anyway, Breezy, I will see you on Friday, hopefully. It sounds like you're feeling better, and I hope that continues and that I can see you on Friday. Here are the nails. I'll see you on Friday, and I'm really sorry. I'm really am sorry that this is not a House of Hades update video, because that was my goal. But to be honest with you, I've only read a few chapters. Law school, I'm sorry. That was my goal for this video, so hopefully for the next one it will be a House of Hades update video. And yeah, Breezy, I will see you on Friday.